What happened in there?
All that matters is that you're all safe.
But DeVoe, where's DeVoe?
Hey, don't worry. The flash is on it.
Thank you.
What's wrong?
I need your help. Back when we were training, I had this fragment of a memory. I think it's something that I've been repressing for a long time. I don't remember much, just that I was young and I was terrified.
Caitlin, are you sure you want me to vibe you there? I mean, maybe your brain kept this memory under lock and key for a reason.
I need to know what it was. I can handle it.
Then focus on it. And hang on.
Katie? Oh no! Katie! Katie, are you okay? Stay still, we're gonna get you out.
That's me, right there.
What are you doing? Katie! Honey, don't!
Killer Frost. She was part of you. Even then.
The particle accelerator hadn't exploded. Contractions.
I found Thomas. He's been this way all the time.
What the hell is that all about?
I don't know. I'm gonna go get the inhaler. Cisco, cover me.
Yeah.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on The Flash Season 5, which is shortly coming up back in October. We do have Comic-Con coming up next month. So if you're into The Flash Season 5 and you want to keep up to date with the latest news, theories and information, make sure to subscribe to the channel to never miss any Flash content. So let's get into this video. So the ending of the Season 4 gave us some pretty cool moments that could be big plot points moving forward into Flash Season 5, not just for Barry Allen realizing he's got a daughter, but for the co-main stars, who in specific, Caitlin had a big moment with Cecile before she gave birth to Barry Allen's sister, I guess you could say, in many ways. So I found Thomas, he's been this way all the time. So then Caitlin acted pretty confused when Cecile said this to her. So you remember the episode before, I believe it was episode 22, Killer Frost didn't come from the particle accelerator during season 1. We actually found out in that season that Killer Frost has been there all along and she's been suppressing this life event somehow. So who gave it to her? Well, the most common theory is it's someone from her bloodline, someone from her DNA. So who is Thomas? Her dad? Her brother? Thomas Wayne? Batman? I mean, yes, that's a big far-fetch, but it could be true. Something inside her, a future villain linked to Nora Allen causing a new kind of flashpoint, so somehow she blocked out this previous event. So is Thomas Caitlin Snow's father? Comment down below, guys, before the end of the video. Who do you think she is? So Thomas is Caitlin's believed to be C's father, although we haven't really had any information. Although this message seems to say he's not dead, as we all presumed, Caitlin's dad was never given a name, and he's believed to pass away after losing a battle with, I believe, multiple sclerosis when Caitlin was younger. Snow seemed to react with shock to the news by Cecile's weird voice, which leads us to believe that she does recognize the name Thomas. Is it Thomas Wayne Batman from Flashpoint? Probably not. So by that fact, the question is, who would care about this enough to try and hide or maybe even alert Caitlin Snow to this? So remember how Cecile had the ability during a pregnancy to take on different personalities and read other people's thoughts late in pregnancy. So remember that Killer Frost somehow has a deep connection inside Caitlin, although she can't currently connect or communicate with herself. Why finally would the whole kind of Caitlin remember a memory when she was Killer Frost as a child? It's kind of interesting. So the Flash has just opened up a massive storyline potentially for the Flash Season 5. But if you remember, they do drop storylines pretty fast. They dropped the whole Julian and Albert being in Season 5 and then we didn't really hear anything and just heard that he went back to England. So this doesn't mean they could use the storyline. It essentially means it's there. So maybe something happened during Caitlin's childhood. Maybe this Thomas has powers as well, just like Killer Frost does. So it could be leading up to a major Killer Frost arc that we've all wanted. But if it isn't her dad, it very well could be her brother. Caitlin Snow is connected to Killer Frost somehow, because she can't connect, but Killer Frost is still there because we know it's not from the particle accelerator. So who alerted Killer Frost to the fact that maybe she's had a brother? This line, this way all the time. Now, when I watched this, I did think maybe it was her father or brother, but I remember back on Earth 2, Killer Frost had a brother named Charlie who died. That began the cycle of events to Caitlin becoming Killer Frost on Earth 2. So it would make sense by that line if they could maybe make Thomas her brother that she's known about all the time. Now this option is probably going to get a bit of hate. So we know Batwoman is coming during the infamous crossovers, which I don't really like. But yes, this is pretty insane. So Thomas Wayne, it could be referring to Thomas Wayne. So sure, we've had Flashpoint. Nora Allen's essentially created her own Flashpoint. So did Nora Allen create Thomas Wayne somehow? So the Arrowverse will be getting a Batwoman in the crossover, which I really don't like. I'm sorry. The CW president Mark Pesowit confirmed that Gotham City location will be added, and during Arrow season 5 they basically told us that Bruce Wayne kind of exists. So could this be a nod to the Flashpoint storyline arc? Maybe, which could lead up to kind of the crossover, maybe. Could be something to do with that. Or in this storyline, is Bruce Wayne dead and Thomas Wayne is Batman? Because we know Gotham owns the rights to this character, but if they're using Thomas Wayne and not Bruce Wayne, could they potentially use Thomas Wayne in the storyline? I don't really know how you can connect Batman to Killer Frost, but it could be pretty cool, and the fact that Gotham will be cancelled after another season, somehow they could actually tie it in. I'm just spitballing over some ideas that I came up with myself, and a couple of these ideas I did find online, so full credit to whoever made them kind of concept. So is Thomas another entity living inside of Caitlin? Caitlin was pretty shocked how Killer Frost was able to find someone, and perhaps they may both know that they've always been there all along. So if Thomas is responsible for Caitlin's inability to bring Killer Frost back and keeping her captive, I'd love to know why. And we've already seen Barry enter someone else's mind, DeVoe's in the season finale. So could it be the case that someone else is inside her mind without her secretly knowing? It could be interesting. Thomas could be linked to Nora Allen, like I said, somehow from the future. Maybe link it to the overall villain or sub-villain, because the way it's looking, it looks like we're going to get a Dr. Alchemy Savitar, because the backstory for Cicada isn't really strong enough for an overall season-long villain unless they do change it. So Marley's revealed that Cecile would no longer have her psychic abilities upon delivering her baby, which leads us to believe that she and Joe's new baby was a psychic metahuman all along, potentially, maybe, even though they confirmed he's not got any powers. So if you go 30 years into the future, is it possible this psychic meta is part of Nora Allen West's team? Because I presume in the future she's got her own team, Flash, potentially, I don't know, maybe. And they're attempting to relay some kind of message that Thomas gets brought up again. Nora fills everyone in on the whole backstory of who Thomas is and why he's important, and maybe Barry travels to the future to meet the adult version of Joe and Cecile's baby. It's a pretty weird storyline with so many plot holes, to be honest, including time travel, but we know they're bringing time travel back. I believe that these last two came from Reddit. Someone sent me them, so I'm not pretty sure where they all came from, but some of them could be pretty interesting. I think the Thomas Wayne one could be pretty epic, but it's not really realistic with Fox owning the TV rights to Batman. I don't really think they could do that. I think the CW are pretty kind of obvious, so it's either going to be Thomas is linked to the season arc villain, or it's her dad, or Caitlin's brother. But I think all these series could be pretty cool. So guys, please like, subscribe. Please hit that bell button and comment down below. It really does help this small channel grow. I know it's a bit insane. The title will be most likely something like Thomas Wayne is Killer Frost's father, revealed, like Caitlin, so basically saying that Thomas Wayne is somehow related to Killer Frost, because we never got his name. That's the important thing, we never got his name. Killer Frost seemed to know who Thomas was. Caitlin, Killer Frost, they seem to know who Thomas was, so maybe this could work out. I don't know. It's just a mad theory, guys. Come on, it's been a slow day for theories, so yeah, I'm just putting it out there. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you in another video very soon, guys. Catch you later.